As the third Ark of Osiris is behind us, things are changing. The event is getting much better in terms of the technical side, much less lag. It's a lot more fun to play, but the game is evolving. The event is evolving. Tactics are being made, and these are a few plays that either you should or shouldn't do. And of course, you should know how to counter in case your enemy tries one of these for you to win the Ark of Osiris. Because guess what? Spoiler alert, like Chisco says, the Ark of Osiris will not stay like this for much longer. Hashtag leak. More information in the video. Hey there YouTube, welcome back to the Gekko. Yes, we've been casting a ton of Ark of Osiris. This is a fight that happened last weekend for the obelisk of the very early part of the game. It was an insane fight. I'm gonna have you guys enjoy the fight right there while listening to a little bit of context before we get into the juice of this video. So I've been casting a lot of Ark of Osiris lately. 4 in 2 weekends ago, 5 last weekend. It's been insane. All those VODs are available in a playlist in my channel. I really recommend for you guys to go watch a few alliances that are about the same level that you guys are in terms of power in Ark of Osiris. In the titles of all the videos, I leave the name of the alliances, the powers, and all that good stuff. So go check those out. And of course, there will be a lot more casts coming up as we are establishing the Ark of Osiris. Myself and Chisco Gaming have been either duo casting or, well, I've been casting solo, he's been casting solo. It is what it is, but we are trying to duo cast as much as possible. Now, there is going to be a change in the Ark of Osiris League. We're going to change a little bit the way it works and how people register. I'm going to explain more in my stream tomorrow, and I'll drop a video of a highlight of the stream so everybody can understand how to sign up for casts and enjoy some awesome commentary from me, Chisco, or Chisco, depending on what happens. Anyway, let's get into the juice of this video, and towards the end, I'll tell you guys a little bit more about hashtag leak. There are a couple of plays that I wanted to show you. These are actually 4 plays that are very crucial that made a huge difference in a lot of arcs. The first one is a solo march to an enemy's obelisk. A full cavalry to the enemy's obelisk. These guys got very lucky. The red team had only a Dragon Lancer and Lancelot with 1 troop in their obelisk. A solo full cavalry march went straight into that obelisk and took it. What ended up happening there? The red team had so much focus on getting that obelisk back that the blue team had free reign on the whole map and ended up picking up a bunch of the map while the red team was focusing on getting their obelisk back. No bueno, guys. No bueno. You guys can see a little bit in this video a little bit further ahead, a red team trying their best to get their obelisk back from the blue team, and you'll see how many marches are sent that way instead of being anywhere else on the map in their buildings. Not only solo marches are going to enemy obelisks very early on, rallies are going on to enemy obelisks as well. How do you counter it? This is pretty simple. You guys need to designate 2 people in your alliance to be the guys that fly into the obelisk as fast as possible with a 1 troop for all I care. And then a few other people should be going behind them with full marches reinforcing the obelisk. Guys, the obelisk is very important. If the enemy team picks up your obelisk early on, what they're doing is 1, shifting your focus on getting your obelisk back rather than progressing on the map, which will give them more altars long term. And of course, have you moving marches into the obelisk back rather than spreading on the map. On top of that, it shifts your focus. It makes you now focus on the obelisk that you lost and now focus anywhere else on the map where the most important buildings are the altars. Although it is very important to have your obelisks so the enemy team does not port behind your front lines and attack you from both directions, you really should be focusing after you pick up the obelisks and secure them on the altars and shrines. So this is a play that happened quite a lot. I've seen some alliances being aware of that play and defending their obelisks early on, and that was a huge problem for a few very big players. But other people are slacking on their obelisks and getting punished. Do not get punished, guys. Get your obelisks defended early on. The next play I want to show you guys is a little bit of a weird one and a little bit of an annoying one, to be completely honest with you. I had a weird alliance cast where about 15 minutes into the event, only about 1,000 points differential between the blue team who's ahead, something like that. A huge huge open field combat thing happened right next to the red altar. Now, the blue team clearly has a majority of the map. They own 3 altars, they own both shrines of war, and the red team is still wasting their troops' time, energy, and focus on fighting on the battlefield. 15 minutes in and 1,000 points ahead is not enough to declare the blue team victorious. The red team had plenty of opportunities to come back, but instead of utilizing their marches to win the game first, they went for open field combat thinking they're gonna weaken the blue team. But what ends up happening is that to weaken the blue team takes time, and that in that time the blue team is picking up massive amounts of points. Guys, do not fight in the open field early on. I'd say that at least in the first half an hour of the event, you guys should be only focusing on either defending your own buildings or rallying the enemy buildings. Any troop lost in the battlefield is a complete waste, because all it does, it gives solo points to both people involved in the fight, but nothing for the alliance. First secure the W, then go for the solo points. That's the most important thing to do. And I want to show you guys how critical this is. In an example that I'm showing right now, Careless showed up a little bit late, quite a lot late. He showed up to the Ark about 17 minutes left, and his alliance was already in the losing side, period. But I just want to show you something really crazy. He led a rally, went into an altar, it was a pretty big fight, and ended up winning the altar. What that caused is that even though he was late and the game was already over, if he would have done it at the 15th minute mark and not at the 45th minute mark, he would have not only helped his alliance potentially come back and win the game, but he would have also gained all the same solo points he did. That's right, from one rally, this guy picked up 11,000 points. With 11,000 solo points, he got the maximum amount of rewards. Guys, if you guys want, or ladies, if you guys want, and ladies want points, then rally buildings early on. If you have more than 1 million in your rally capabilities, so your castle can hold more than 1 million, go lead rallies, go be part of rallies. When you are in the rally, you're actually making solo points as well. First, spend the first half an hour on buildings, on winning the game. Once that half an hour mark reaches and you guys can see that you have clearly won the match or lost the match, which could happen, there go crazy on open field combat and whatever, because it is what it is. How do you know if you either won or lost already? It's pretty simple. There are 1,180 points across the map, plus another, 3,000 for the first arc and so forth and so on, all the way up to 15,000 for 3 arcs. If you guys are at a point where you did not pick up one arc, your enemy picked up an arc, there is about half an hour left and they have over 20,000 points ahead, or they're even 15,000 points ahead, but they're making 600 or 700 points more than you per minute, then you can pretty safely call it a loss or a win for that matter. The way it works, very simple. For you to be able to come back, you're gonna have to take the whole map and hold it. If you're already not holding most of the map, which means you are losing the match because they're making more points than you per minute, then coming back and getting the whole map will take time. Even if you come back and take the whole map, it'll take you about 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes to do it. By that time, the other team would have already been ticking more and more points, growing their gap, and you would have most likely already lost. So keep that in mind. If you're winning or losing, first win the event, then go crazy for solo points. Rallying buildings will get you your solo points. The final play I want to show you guys was a pretty messed up one. I'm pretty sure Styles was rocking tier 5 cavalries. And if he's not, then still tier 4 cavalries. It was a full tier 4 cavalries or tier 5 cavalries, and it was carrying the Ark of Osiris. Guys, the Ark of Osiris does crazy debuffs to you. When you pick it up, you get a 200% damage taken increase, and you are slowed down by 50%. So if there's enemy troops around you, you are an easy target to completely destroy. Do not pick up the Ark of Osiris if you have enemy combatants around you guys. It will only hurt. You will lose all your troops. You're gonna have to march all the way back to your castle and then march all the way back to wherever you wanna go. It's a waste of time. If there's enemies, fight them first. Clear the open field. That's the only time you should be fighting in the open field. It's to clear the area for the Ark of Osiris and then carry it. Even if you have a full march it is better for you to use the full march to attack the enemy rather than get chunked out of your mind because you picked up the Ark of Osiris trying to move it. Now, yes, Styles did manage to pull it towards the red team side a lot and did help get that Ark back. But if he would have not picked it up but rather fought all these blue marches, he probably would have done a lot better than getting chunked out of his mind carrying the Ark for a couple of meters. One more thing about carrying the Ark, which really ticks me off. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but when you go pick up the Ark, or anyone else does, there's a circle above their head. And that circle fills up, and that's how long it takes for them to pick up the Ark. When someone has a circle above their head, why are you trying to pick up the Ark? I've seen 2, 3, 4, and even 5 marches trying to pick up the Ark simultaneously. Guys, if your ally picked up the Ark, then place yourself in a place where he's picking up the Ark. Place yourself in an area where you can protect them. Do something better than trying to pick up the Ark where he will pick it up first. He picked it up already first. Then why are you trying? I watch people who, instead of reposition so they can fight the other guy or they can defend the other guy, do their best to try to pick up the Ark as well, and it won't work. It won't work. So do yourself the favor. If someone else is picking up the Ark, if he's your ally, put yourself in a situation where you can help them. If he's an enemy, put yourself in a situation where you can cut him off. Instead of being in front of him, move yourself behind him because he can't move as he's trying to pick up the Ark. Get to a situation where you are ahead of him in the direction where he needs to go, and then go smash the hell out of him. But don't try to pick up the Ark at the same time. It doesn't work. Now, if you guys lasted all the way to this part of the video, this is where we talk a little bit about the future of Ark of Osiris. Now, I've been casting the Ark, and a bunch of other YouTubers have been casting this event as well, but the main priority for me was to make it as competitive as possible. I've been in talks with the dev team plenty of times about trying to get, get a tournament going on in the future. That'll be a ranked tournament perhaps, with a bracket and cool things to kind of get the Ark more of an esport feel like. And turns out that long term, that's what'll happen. And I'm not saying tomorrow, I'm not saying next month, and I'm not saying in 3 months. But what I'm saying is that this event is in its very beginning. It's in its almost beta version. This is just the beginning of the event. The event is still going to be changed quite a lot. There's going to be a lot of things happening. You guys are going to see how the event will shift its ways and how it will evolve. And at some point, sooner rather than later, it will become something a lot more competitive. And this is why I make this video today. If you guys want me to keep making videos where you have all this different talk about meta going on in the Ark of Osiris, all these different plays you should know about, leave me a comment down below and let me know. And of course, smash the like button on this video. And of course, if you guys want to see more things like a highlight reel from the past week or so or something like that, leave me a comment down below and suggest to me what you guys want me to do, because honestly, I have all this footage, all these VODs from the Ark, and I can do a lot of cool things with them based on whatever you guys want, essentially. Anyway, I'm the Gekko. I'm out of here. Thank you guys very much for watching this video. I know it was a little bit long, a little bit rambly, but trust me when I tell you these 4 plays I showed you are crucial for you guys to know not to do, or to counter. And the little bit of changes that are going to happen in the Ark of Osiris sooner rather than later are important, because that means that you guys really should be working on your strategy, on your coordination, on assigning roles to people on the Ark of Osiris, where certain people are in charge of certain things and you guys get yourselves in a more organized manner. So all these things are crucial, because one day it won't be just a random event where you either win or lose, you get rewards. One day it'll be a ranked thing. One day it'll be a competitive thing. One day someone will be the champion of the Ark of Osiris, and I'm sure you want to be the champion. Anyway, I'll see you guys in tomorrow's stream, and if not in tomorrow's stream, in tomorrow's video explaining about the Ark League. Again, if you guys like these kinds of videos, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, Discord, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all in the description. A little bit of a heads up, we're doing the Ark of Osiris the Ark of Osiris League on my Discord group, so you're welcome to go join the Discord group already, and if not, you're just gonna end up joining it eventually, or not, it's up to you. Anyway, I'll see you guys sooner rather than later. You guys have a great rest of your day. Peace!